You still pause before spending money. You reread messages before sending them. You feel uneasy when life moves too fast, even when nothing is wrong. And sometimes you wonder why people younger than you don't feel this weight. You grew up when silence was normal. Phones rang, but not constantly. If someone left, you didn't know where they were, so your mind learned to fill gaps. You learned to predict moods, to notice tension in a room, to wait before speaking. Now, decades later, your body still prepares for things that never happen. You keep backups. You save boxes. You hesitate before deleting photos. Not because you're nostalgic, because part of you expects loss. In psychology, this shows up as anticipatory control, a pattern where the brain prefers readiness over relaxation. It shapes your decisions. You choose stable over exciting, repair instead of replace, stay instead of risk. And sometimes it feels like you're stuck in the past, but you're not. You adapted to uncertainty. Children of the 1970s lived in long gaps between feedback. No instant replies, no constant reassurance. Your brain built its own radar. You learned to read tone instead of words, behavior instead of promises, patterns instead of explanations. That becomes identity. You don't trust quick enthusiasm. You trust consistency. This isn't stubbornness, it's predictive processing. Your brain's main job is guessing the future. The older environment had fewer signals, so your brain became a detective. The result? You notice what others miss, but you also prepare for problems that never arrive. So here's the reframe. You are not anxious. You are calibrated for slower feedback loops. Your nervous system expects time between cause and effect. Modern life removes that delay, but your brain still runs the old software. Think of it like driving a careful car on a racing track. Nothing wrong with the car, wrong speed of environment. Now the mechanism. The brain stores safety in prediction accuracy. If events unfold as expected, the amygdala relaxes. If they move faster than expected, it activates caution. You grew up with delayed rewards, so dopamine learned patience. Today's instant reactions create constant prediction errors. Your brain reads them as instability. A simple model. Your mind is a thermostat set for gradual change. Modern life blasts hot and cold, so you keep adjusting manually. That's why you double-check plans, why sudden changes feel heavier than they should. But this same system gives you something rare: long-range emotional processing. You don't just react, you simulate outcomes. Now what helps, without changing who you are? First, controlled updates. Introduce change in small, scheduled doses. What to do? Deliberately try one unfamiliar routine weekly. Why? The brain updates predictions through repeated safe exposure. Example, take a different route every Sunday instead of random spontaneous plans. Your amygdala learns change can be contained. Second, external memory offloading. Write decisions instead of holding them. What to do? Keep a small notebook for pending thoughts. Why? The prefrontal cortex relaxes when uncertainty is stored outside working memory. Example, write email tomorrow morning instead of mentally rehearsing it all night. You reduce background vigilance. Third, delayed reaction training. Pause before interpreting tone. What to do? Wait 20 minutes before assuming meaning in a message. Why? Prediction bias fills silence with threat. Time lets sensory evidence update belief. Example, a short reply stops feeling like rejection once new context appears. You retrain your threat detector. Fourth, intentional completion. Finish small tasks fully. What to do? Close loops daily. Reply, sort, discard one item. Why? The brain seeks closure. Unresolved cues maintain alert mode. Example, sending the message now prevents hours of background tension.
All of this leads to one simple model. You are not holding on to the past. Your brain is preserving continuity. Continuity was safety, and safety became personality. So the goal isn't speed. It's updating the map without erasing the compass. You don't need to become impulsive. You only need to show your nervous system that change can still be predictable. Over time, the same careful mind becomes calm instead of guarded. And one day, you notice something small. You respond once, not 3 times. You throw away a box without hesitation. Silence stops meaning danger, because your brain finally believes the present has rules too. And that quiet trust feels less like excitement and more like rest.